Elara arrived at the Valente estate with nothing but a small suitcase and a promise of work. The mansion towered over the hillside like a sleeping beast, silent, intimidating, and alive with secrets. Inside lived Dante Valente, the mafia boss known for his cold precision. People said he never smiled. People said he never forgave. People said he never missed. Elara didn't care about the rumors. She needed the job. She needed the money. And she needed to stay invisible. But in the Valente mansion, invisibility was impossible. Every corridor had eyes. Every room had ears. And every person had something to hide. One night, during a private gathering, the mansion buzzed with tension. Dante's lieutenants filled the hall, men who carried danger like a second skin. Elara was cleaning in the corner, unnoticed as always. Until the music changed. A soft melody drifted through the room, one she knew from childhood. Without thinking, she moved. A small sway, a quiet step, a moment of freedom in a place built on fear. But someone noticed. Dante Valente. The room fell silent as he watched her. Not with anger, not with desire, but with curiosity, a rare, dangerous thing. Elara froze. Her heart hammered. She expected punishment. Instead, Dante spoke a sentence that would alter her fate forever. "Bring her to me." Elara was escorted to Dante's private study, a room no one entered without reason. He didn't threaten her. He didn't interrogate her. He asked her a question. "Where did you learn to move like that?" Elara hesitated. Her past was a locked box. But Dante wasn't a man you lied to. So she told him. Her mother had been a dancer. Before the fire. Before the debts. Before everything fell apart. Dante listened. Really listened. Then he made an offer. "Work for me directly. Not as a maid. As someone I can trust." Elara didn't understand. Why her? Why now? But refusing a mafia boss was more dangerous than accepting. So she said yes. And the game began. Working for Dante meant access. Access to rooms, conversations, and secrets she was never meant to hear. She learned the Valente Empire was crumbling from the inside. A rival family, the Morettas, were planning a takeover. And someone inside the mansion was helping them. A traitor. Elara didn't want to get involved. But secrets have gravity. And she was already being pulled in. One night, she overheard a conversation that chilled her. The boss won't see it coming. By the time he realizes, it'll be too late. Elara recognized the voice. It belonged to someone close to Dante. Very close. She had a choice. Stay silent and survive. Or speak up and risk everything. Elara went to Dante. She told him what she heard. She expected him to explode with rage. Instead, he asked her one question. "Why are you telling me this?" Her answer was simple. "Because no one deserves betrayal. Not even you." For the first time, Dante looked at her not as a servant, not as a tool, but as a person. He believed her. And that belief would ignite a war. The Morettas struck at midnight. Gunshots. Shattered glass. Screams echoing through the halls. Elara hid behind a marble pillar, trembling. She wasn't a fighter. She wasn't a soldier. But when she saw Dante cornered by the traitor, the man who had served him for years, something inside her snapped. She grabbed the nearest object, a heavy iron candlestick, and struck the traitor from behind. Dante finished the fight. But Elara had saved his life. The mansion burned that night. But something else ignited too. A bond forged in danger. A loyalty neither expected. A connection neither could deny. The Morettas retreated. The traitor was gone. The Valente Empire survived. But the mansion was in ruins. Dante stood among the ashes, silent. Elara approached him, unsure of her place now. He turned to her and said, "You saved my life. That makes you family." Elara shook her head. "I'm just a maid." Dante stepped closer. "Not anymore." Weeks passed. The mansion was rebuilt. The Valente family grew stronger. And Elara? She became Dante's most trusted advisor. Not because of power, not because of fear, but because she had something no one else in his world possessed. A heart untouched by corruption.
People whispered about them.
Some feared her. Some envied her. But Elara didn't care. She had survived the shadows. She had rewritten her destiny. And she had proven that even in the darkest world, a single act of courage can change everything. If you enjoyed this story and want more Mafia-themed emotional thrillers, subscribe to Mafia Heart Movie and drop your next idea in the comments. Because in this world, every story hides another secret,